Hi, my name is Robert Benecat. I'm trying to make an attempt here to, not doing a very good job at it either, but I'm trying to attempt to make a video about what I've experienced in the last 12 years because of my use of a cell phone. And get right off the bat, I was a trucker for 20 years in good health. The only time I ever went to see a doctor was when I was sick, and I actually can't remember how, up until I got sick in '99 because of a cell phone, I was not a sickly person. I was in good health, drove truck for over 20 years, accumulated over 2.5 million miles without a violation or an accident, and I'm proud of that record. And I had to give up everything. Last 3 years of my trucking career was, I owned my own company, had my own tractor and trailer, and was in a part of the industry that was basically recession proof. And anyway, in the fall of 1998, I bought a cell phone. This cell phone here. And I used it in my truck, running my business, and at night talking to my family, mostly my wife, but I put thousands of minutes on the phone every month. I got the bills to document every minute I've spent on that phone. I can prove that what I did to myself was, how do I put it, multiplied, magnified, whatever. But because I was inside my truck and my phone was constantly connected to a cigarette lighter charger, I got zapped by a lot more electromagnetic energy than most people would probably in their lifetime. And for 12 years now, I've been trying to document this fact. And though I've got scientists, well-known scientists and researchers knowing and backing up what I'm telling you is true, I still am not satisfied with the way I've been treated. I need to get my health issues scientifically and medically documented and accepted as fact. And I know that if the scientific world and the medical world would just stop, take the time to put my face into this issue, because I am such a viable lab rat, that these issues, the world would only wake up and accept it, we could save a lot of lives. I've been suffering from all the symptoms of a traumatic brain injury for the last 12 years. If you look at the checklist of a traumatic brain injured person, you'd see every one of those symptoms I've either have suffered from or still suffer from to this day. And to this day, I feel like I've got the weight of the world on me, because practically the whole world has got a freaking cell phone glued to their head. And it's not fair to this amount of people. I mean, this is ridiculous. This is insane. This is madness. How can the world, the people who know are trying to tell everybody, but the people who have the money in their hand, you know, the industry and the government who makes money on this issue and on this particular thing, it's driving us to a brink of ridiculousness. I mean, forgive me for not being able to, you know, express myself too well here, but, you know, facts are facts. I got hurt. I can prove it. I've been dealing with this issue for 12 years now. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to try desperately to just sit down and do in chronological order what happened, how it happened, and for the love of God, I hope to hell somebody picks up on it and takes me under their wing and does more with me. I am the lab rat. I'm not the only one. There's been a few more around the globe that have done what I've done to myself, but I only know one in particular that I communicate with directly, and that her name is Barbara Makota. She's been as sick as I have been for the last 12 years, or actually she's been sick a little longer, approximately 13 years. Thank God, she's had a husband that up till recently had supported her, but this issue, it drove my family apart. I lost my wife and kids because, basically, there's other factors that melted into this thing, but bottom line is, I've been alone. I've been facing this thing from the time I got sick till now, basically alone. And I'm tired of people thinking I'm crazy. Folks, I've seen enough shrinks in the last 12 years. I've had plenty of people, on the psychological end of this, when it came down to it, they knew, that it wasn't nuts. And, unfortunately, none of this counts. What's got to count is, I know beyond a shadow of doubt that when the latency period runs out, there's no way I'm going to avoid cancer. I've been doing shitty as far as my diet goes, but I know that's going to be the ultimate end. It's inevitable. I did that much damage to my head, and my symptoms to this day are proof of it. And I'm just brokenhearted that the world can't take the time to recognize this. Now I'm going to make these clips 10 minutes at a time so I can email them. I'm going to post them on Facebook, but I got to do it. And I my first real attempt, I tried to send out to a bunch of people, and I couldn't attach it to I thought it was attached to the email I sent out, but it wasn't. So we're going to, do it 10 minutes at a time. Folks, I'm real. I got nothing to gain, nothing. I want to be compensated for what I lost, but I know by the time I ever get into a courtroom and get it verified and documented, I'll be dead. Who's trying to kid who here? I know what happened, and if it weren't for, first off, I one of the first people I encountered was an electronics expert. If it wasn't for that man, I'd be dead. I would definitely be dead by now, because there's no way. And I know this because every day I'm waiting for death to happen, because it just, nobody needs to live this way. Like I said, this is the first of many to come, but folks, I need to get recognized. Not for me, not for fame or glory, but for the gazillion people out there that are doing this to themselves at a slower pace. And anyway, here's clip 1, and I'll load them up on the YouTube as I go. But like I said, I'm going to stop now, and I'll keep going one at a time until I get them up there. Till next time.